What up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Opps SportsCast, May 6th, coming at you. 63rd episode, fellas, in the books. Man, a lot has happened in the sports world, in baseball and basketball. The NBA playoffs are heating up.
Mm.
We had the NFL draft occur, I believe, since we last spoke. And so, I mean, there's plenty to kind of go off of. So hopefully we should just have a nice, fun podcast, chill and relax, have some fun together. We got my man Dave in the cut back from vacation, looking a little tan and spry. Hopefully nice and relaxed. We got the whole crew with us today. So let's just jump right into it, shall we? Let's introduce the starting lineup. Immediately to my left, we got,
It's Josh from East Side.
and immediately below,
Your boy Big Z.
in the building, a little under the weather, should be graceful with him. And of course, last but certainly not least.
Welcome everybody. It's Dave in the cut.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, fellas.
Yes.
First off, Dave, welcome back, man. Tell us about the trip a little bit. Tell the audience about how beautiful or I forget where you went. You went to somewhere in the Caribbean, did you?
Yeah, man. I went to Turks and Caicos,
Oof.
Dominican Republic, and the Bahamas.
Dang.
Yeah. So I went on this Carnival Celebration, man, which is like their XL class ship, and I had a lot of anxiety about taking this ship, man. I got a lot of closure on this trip. For those who don't know me, when I was 21, I lost my dad to cancer. And my dad was 43 years old, and my pops was actually on a cruise when he died. He was on a Carnival cruise for his. He was a union president, and his union was they were the Amalgamated Transit Union. They were doing a celebration of, I believe, it was the 75th anniversary of the union. And my dad passed away on that cruise. Passed away in his sleep the day before he's supposed to come home. So I've always kind of felt some type of way about cruises, man. And my wife finally talked me into going on one, and man, it was just everything, man. And I don't want to hear anybody down in Carnival cruises anymore either, because we saw no drama, we saw no fights, we saw black, white, candy stripe people loving each other, having a good time, doing what it is that they like to do. We saw some good shows. We enjoyed a lot of good food, and we visited a lot of places with a lot of beautiful people. And so, all of you snobs about, oh, I only do a Disney cruise, keep the Disney cruise. Go ahead and pay. Go ahead and overpay for a Disney cruise. Go ahead and pay 4 times per person for a Disney cruise to have dinner with Mickey and Donald and all of them other jokers. You know what I'm saying? So, I'll keep the Carnival cruise. Carnival we had a great time, man. They treated us well.
You did say that was an XL class ship, right?
It was. Here's the trick to
Well,
it.
got
And I
priced
was, huh?
Mm,
What'd you
Priced
say?
out. I said the riffraff got priced out.
mm.
Here's the thing about it, Z. You're gonna get that kind of stuff where if you are on a cruise that's like a extended weekend or like 3 day, 4 day cruise, you're gonna see that stuff because that let's just say the people that are able to partake in that length of cruise will definitely be on it. You will see that element on our cruise. You definitely saw there was some questionable stuff, you know what I'm saying? But people would, for the most part, were having a good time, man. And it was just the staff, man. The Carnival staff made it everything. A lot of Filipino people on there that work on the staff. They work so hard, man. If you go on one of those cruises, please make sure you tip those people well, man. Please. They get taken care of, but what I did not realize is that they do not get health care.
Mm.
They are all contract workers. So they sign like 7-month contracts to work on the ship, and the
Interesting.
contracts do not include health care. So don't go on cruises acting like the staff has to work, like peasants and like they're your personal slaves, because they're not. They're employees. They work very hard for their money. They do a great job, with what they do. And I would advise anybody, man, take a cruise. It was like I thought I would have been freaked out by stepping out on my balcony and seeing all of the just water. It was just like there's so much water, bro, that there's a sense of calmness. Like you don't feel weird at all. You're just so you just take it in the magnificent power and the beauty of God and what He has created, and that's what I thought about every time I looked out at that water, man. Just how great God is, and how we are such a small piece of everything that He's created. So, so yeah, man, it was a very eye-opening trip. I got to spend a great time with my wife, man. We just had a great time, man. So I would advise anybody to just book a cruise, and go
Amen.
out and have some fun.
That's what's up, Dave. But bro, maybe our first topic needs to be what profession includes healthcare, bro. That's just like, like, bro, that's just everybody. I thought don't nobody include healthcare at no job no more.
I get health care at my
Oh,
job.
that's because you work for the city, Z. That don't mean that. Yeah,
I work
Josh
for a
don't work for
private
the city.
company.
I work for a university. You get healthcare.
You just picked the wrong cow, Chris.
bro. Schools are the only thing, and the city. Like no other profession includes healthcare that I know of.
Dave gets his from his
Dave,
Work
where
in
job.
you work?
IT, man. I've been working in IT 25 years, 28 years now.
IT for a school?
Nah, man, just working. I worked at the U of R before, and I mean, I got health care there. I work for a private company, a privately owned company, and they pay health care. If you want, we have free health care. There's a free plan, and then if you want more, you could pay the additional. But it's health
Yep.
care,
Yep.
you know.
Maybe you're right. I'm the only one here that got to pay their own healthcare. That's wild.
That's crazy, man. And you
It's
got
a
like
whole mortgage, bro. It's a
you
whole
got like a starting
mortgage.
five for the Knicks over there too, boy. I bet you they get you, man.
Oh heck yeah. Nah, for real, bro. It's a whole mortgage. I'm 100% positive my monthly payment on healthcare is more than some people's
Whew.
mortgages.
That's
Yeah, man.
sickening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even use it.
You know what's crazy, man,
You
is
was
that
working
when
with
you
yourself.
when you're young though, what you should be doing is what's the thing called, man, where you could put the money in the
HSA.
HSA. You should be doing HSA because you don't really have any, the health stuff, man. So, and I'm gonna tell you, man, you
Can't
put
do
it
that with the kids
in
though. 'Cause the
HSA.
kids,
Huh?
when they need it, they need it.
Yeah.
No. I get that part, but there's ways that you could do it where you could pay less for your kids, and then you and your wife you do the HSA, man, and you end up saving, and that money is yours, and it's a tax write off.
Yep.
That's what's
It's a
up. Yeah,
nice
I
write.
did it. I did a HSA once. And that's before I started having all these kids.
I hear
I
you.
feel
I
you,
got
bro.
kids too, man. I'm telling you, I've done the HSA. I have not been uh I haven't been disappointed. That's for sure.
Cool, cool,
Yeah.
cool. Well, let's jump into it, fellas. I'm glad you had a good time, Dave.
Thanks, bro. I
Um,
appreciate it. Glad to be back.
for sure. Let's throw up the first topic on the screen, and we'll get right into it.
Yes, sir. Get right into MLB.
So, Phillies manager Rob Thompson gets fired. He was one of the first managers to lose his job, and then right after that, Boston manager Alex Cora was also fired in very short secession. Right? Did I say that word right?
Hmm.
Yes.
And I mean, both of them were huge early season disappointments, fellas. But are any of them as big of a disappointment as the New York Mets so far this season? Um, I think there's room to say this might go down as the worst team money can buy at the end of the year. And unfortunately, that's not hyperbole with their payroll. It's actually not hyperbole. This might literally be the worst team money can buy. And somehow Carlos Mendoza still has his job. Fellas, What's more surprising? The Phillies manager getting fired, Alex Cora getting fired from the Boston Red Sox, or the fact that Carlos Mendoza still has a job? Dave,
Definitely
uh,
was Mendoza still being the
yeah, Z.
that
You
that
said, yeah.
the fact that he still has a job is, I don't know, man. This could be one of those situations like I've seen with the Cowboys where uh Jerry always wants a yes man and he sticks around until he just can't tolerate it anymore. Carlos Mendoza might be that yes. I heard rumors that he doesn't even control the lineup. Like, dude is just a puppet, and it's nice to have somebody you can control, and you're not too quick to get rid of them because you don't know if you're going to be able to control the next guy. So I don't know.
Mm.
It's surprising, but at the same time, it might not be that surprising because he's just in the position, but I don't think he really does much.
Dave,
Interesting.
what? Let me have it, Dave. Let me have
Uh,
it. And you're not
so
wrong, by the way, Sito, because he wrote on the screen for the audience. Give it up. Jigs joined the Braves. He's not there. I mean, if I haven't
No,
joined them this far
no,
into my life,
no,
that's
no,
never gonna
no.
happen.
We don't
But
need that bad juju. You keep that over there.
oh, we got to start the
bro,
timer too.
is that all I need to do to get the
No,
Braves to start losing? Is become a
stop,
Braves fan?
Chris. I will find you. I will
Uh-oh.
hurt you. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Dave,
Uh, watch them
Don't.
start losing because none of my teams can win apparently. But hey, the Knicks are doing pretty good, and now I shouldn't have said that out loud. Go ahead, Dave. Let me have it, bro.
All right, man. We should probably start the topic timer too.
yeah, for some reason it won't start. It's
It's not
glitching on
starting.
them.
All right, we'll have to police ourselves then for
Yep.
now. We'll try
Okay.
to.
Nah, this is the free for all bash the Mets segment.
I can do it. I can probably do it the backdoor way and start it
Nah,
here.
don't worry about it, bro. All right, so here we go.
I got you.
So surprisingly, for me, I think it's going to be Alex Cora, man. I'm not at all surprised by the situation with Mendoza. Anytime the Mets get our scraps, you see what happens, right? I mean, everybody was like Devin Williams. Oh, aha! You guys lost Devin Williams. Aha! Now you guys are losing because of Devin Williams. And then you got the other kid, the pitcher. He went over there and
Luke
he's
Williams.
yeah. I didn't even want to say his name, man.
My
It's
bad.
nah, it's okay. It's all right, man. I won't spend too much time on the Mets, but because it's not them. I think that I think what's going on in Boston right now, and I'm not being a Yankee fan by default. A I'm not a Red Sox fan at all. However, two of my top 10 all-time favorite players. Let me rewind that. Three of my all-time favorite baseball players are Boston Red Sox. Because at the end of the day, I'm a fan of ball, right? If I'm not if there's no Yankees without ball, right? And so I love the game. And so that's why I have three Red Sox in my top 10 favorite players from all MLB teams. And I think what was going on with Alex Cora, not only Alex Cora, man, but the five other coaches that were fired along with him. I have no idea what the leadership over there is doing. I thought that Brian Cashman and Hal Steinbrenner were a train wreck. Man, I don't know what's going on over there. So Alex Cora, all he does is manage the right way. Sure, he has bumps in the road, but he doesn't make the decision to let Mookie Betts go. That's not his call. He doesn't make the call to let what's the other kid's name, the third baseman,
Rafael Devers.
Devers. He doesn't make the call to let Devers go. Right.
They let Bregman go.
They let Bregman. That's the big one, man. How do you let Bregman walk after he came in there and he gave you what he gave you? You just can't do that. And that's I don't believe that that's I don't believe that Alex Cora had anything to do with that. Being a professional that he is, he kept his mouth shut and he cooked with the ingredients that he was given. Now, granted, there are things about Cora that he doesn't he's not like absolved from any of the shadiness that went on with the Astro stuff. You know what I'm saying? But that's neither here nor there. As a manager, I felt like, okay, how do you let a manager go that has brought you a chip, man? Like, how do you do that? Like, how do you do that? How do you justify that? And people say, well, Aaron Boone, he gives, you guys win 90 plus games every year with Aaron Boone. It doesn't matter, man. Aaron Boone hasn't bought us a chip. Even Joe Girardi bought us a chip. And they fired him after he bought us a chip, which was dumb. But again, these teams are trying to go with these yes men. You know, Zeke, you hit on it. They're going with these yes men that they can control like puppets. They want to go this analytics route, and they want to put people in there that where they can just hand their MIT nerds a bunch of laptops, and they can compute a bunch of analytics, and they say who should play and who shouldn't. And the managers aren't even getting to say that anymore. And I feel like that's where these teams are going. I feel like that's what the Red Sox are doing. I feel like the Yankees have gotten so much blowback from the fans that they've kind of moved back from that a little bit. But I will say this: if the Yankees decided to let Aaron Boone go and hire Alex Cora, I would not be mad at it. I'd take Alex Cora over Aaron Boone any day of the week as a manager. And that's all I got.
Yeah, to me, it's crazy. The most surprising one has to be probably Alex Port because I didn't think they would let him go after what you said. To be honest, unfortunately, it should be the Mets, but I'm just not surprised by anything they decide to do at this point. It just doesn't surprise me. It's just, you know, forever as a Mets fan, we would complain that the Yankees are buying championships, right? And now we got all the money, and we can't even buy some W's, man. We can't even buy the playoffs, let alone some championships. It's just to me, it's just the most depressing thing ever because we just always felt as a Mets fan like a second class citizen in New York because it was there like, man, if only we had owners that would spend a little, right? Man, like they don't spend. They don't get those splashy free agents. They can't compete with the likes of the New York Yankees. And now we got an owner that he'll rip the most expensive Yankee player right out of the Yankees' hands. And it don't make a darn difference, bro. And it just doesn't make any sense. Don't make any sense. I don't understand what this GM is trying to do, but like, I mean, it's just on so many levels. He's made so many bad choices from the pitching choices that he decides to make. The fact that he doesn't want to use that money on on long term deals for these pitchers, which is great because it makes us flexible in situations like we are now. But it also means that you're shopping at bargain basement players. And so when you're shopping those bargain basement players, you might get bargain basement results. That's exactly what's happening with the New York Mets. They're getting coupon results, man, and it's just pathetic. And it's crazy because guys, when they have their off-season talks, because the talk this off-season is going to be a pending lockout, what the Dodgers are doing to potentially destroy the sport, the Cohen tax that they had to put in place so Cohen couldn't just go out and buy every single free agent, and he's doing it anyway, willing to pay the tax, right? But what are the Dodgers are doing something different because they're getting wins. They're bringing up young talent, and the Mets they're just not. And so it's just like, bro, like we can't win for losing, man. It's just it's depressing, brothers. I'm not gonna lie. I love baseball. You know, I love baseball, but to sit there and have to watch these shenanigans week after week is just like, I mean, how do you get swept by the Rockies? I know they won yesterday, and I know they're playing again today, but how you get swept by the Rockies last week, bro?
Don't sleep on the Rockies, man. They split a series with the Dodgers, and according to you, the Dodgers are going to win the next 18 World Series. So for the Rockies to go out there and split a series with them, I mean, they're a decent team.
I appreciate that, Zeke. I do. You know what? You're right. You're right, Zeke. We lost to a very, very talented team.
Yeah, we swept them, but you know,
I was waiting for that to come. The generosity couldn't last very long, huh, Zeke?
nah, nah, nah.
I don't
I
know, man.
got you, bro.
I've been watching the Braves and Seattle series, man. I'm a little concerned.
That was our first series loss this year. So,
Yeah.
and
Hey,
then
everybody's entitled to
We got the
one.
Dodgers this weekend. So we'll see what happens. We got our top pitchers lined up for the Dodgers. So we should get at least one of
Zeke,
these games.
explain to the audience, because I think you'll be able to set this up better than even I would. Explain to the audience the Framber Valdez Detroit Tigers shenanigans.
Baseball. Oh my God. So, Framber Valdez, whose most recent claim to fame was crossing up his own catcher intentionally so he could throw a fastball through his chest because the catcher who was, I believe, he was either a rookie or didn't have a lot of service time in the league, and the catcher called the pitch and he tried to get Framber to step off, and
Hmm.
Framber was like, "Nah." And then he threw the pitch, and the pitch got knocked into orbit. And Framber got upset. And the very next pitch, the catcher calls like a breaking ball or a changeup, and Framber accepts it, but then throws a fastball right down the middle. And you can see the catcher wanted to say something, but again, Framber Valdez is the ace of the team, and he's some guy who's just filling in until the regular catcher gets back. So kind of got brushed off. But this offseason, it took a very long time for Framber Valdez, who is like one of the top left-handed pitchers in the league, to get signed. Finally, Detroit signs him. The same Detroit Tigers that didn't want to pay the back-to-back Cy Young winner, they tried to pay him $19 million in arbitration. They
Hmm.
went ahead and gave Framber what 39 mil a year or something like that for 3 years. And the Tigers just lost Tarek Skubal to elbow surgery, so they kind of ran through their bullpen for the past couple games, and they're looking at Framber to step up and be the ace. And he goes out the first 2 innings and he just gets rocked. He's having a bad day. So it took him forever to come out for the third inning, which was already kind of like, okay, what's going on? Because, we didn't pull you, so get out there and pitch. So he kind of whined and moped out to the mound and promptly gave up 2 more home runs. And then he turns around and hits Trevor Story intentionally with the hopes of getting thrown out. Now, in the post game, he says it wasn't intentional, blah blah blah. If you look at the replay, it was very much intentional, and this wouldn't be a big deal because we all know pitchers are soft and sensitive, and their egos are easily bruised. Except for the fact that like I said earlier, they went through 11 pitchers in the last 2 games, so they're kind of leaning on you to be the ace of the staff, the highest paid player on the staff. Go ahead and eat some innings. You might not have it today, but we really need you to eat some innings and help our bullpen out. Nope, I'm going to go out and throw a grown man tantrum and get tossed in the third inning. You guys can figure it out. Oh, by the way, I'm suspended for 5 games. So now the Tigers are without their top 2 pitchers, and they got to try to figure it out. And it's sad. I hate that they got to deal with this because the Tigers have a nice young team, but I was really hoping that Framber Valdez went unsigned, and not only did they sign him, but they gave him a better deal than they wanted to give Tarek Skubal. So you kind of get what you get with this one. I mean, his reputation was out there as a very selfish player, and I don't know what made them think that he would change, but he's just showing that, yeah, he's still Framber Valdez. He's still very selfish. He's all about him, and it's sad. It's very sad.
Bro, how early into your contract do you start throwing tantrums like that? Where's the
Bro,
gratitude? Bro, the amount of
think
money this man is making every season, bro. Like, bro, I think most people out there would probably agree, bro. What do you want me to do? You gonna pay me that much money? What do you want me to do? You want me to pitch
right.
until my arm falls off? I got you, bro. No doubt.
Facts. I got if I like I said, I mean, any other day they probably would have went out there and got him, but their bullpen was wrecked. Like when Tarek Skubal, they found out about him the day he was supposed to be pitching, so they had to throw a bullpen game, which means you're going to go through about 3, 4, 5 pitchers in that game, and then the very next game they got to pretty much throw another impromptu bullpen game. So their staff was wrecked, and he goes out there and pulls that. So yeah. They
$20
get what they
million
were.
signing bonus with
Yeah, they
38.8
gave him way too much money
feet.
for him to be acting like this.
That's
And
nuts.
I hate pitcher suspensions because oh yeah, he's suspended for 5 games. He's gonna miss one start.
Right. It's a one game
So
suspension, essentially.
it's a 1 game suspension. So yeah, I always thought pitchers should be their suspension should be much longer, make it hurt more. But yeah, I mean it's just very selfish the way
Yeah.
he's acting, and I don't think anybody should be surprised. Maybe disappointed, but not surprised.
Right. All right. Well said, Zeke. What was that next one? And then we'll move on here. Why don't we have the Yankee fan talk about this? Go ahead, Dave. Rest in peace, John Sterling. And Ted Turner?
Yeah.
Ted Turner died yesterday, man, or
Oh, I
today.
missed that.
Today,
Oh, he
that
Today.
was
died
today.
today.
This morning. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even realize that. Oh, rest in peace, bro. Go ahead, Dave. Why don't you let him know?
Yeah, man. So if you're a baseball fan, man, you know who John Sterling is, man. It is high, it is far, it is gone. The Yankees win, the Yankees win. You know what I'm saying? You know what it is. So I won't have to really go into much detail. I just want to my biggest memory of John Sterling is not only the names that he gave players, man, which was like it was insane. It got to the point where guys were getting called up and fans were more excited about hearing John Sterling's call, what his call was going to be for their names. And some of the
Yeah.
names, are just like, that's why where we get an A bomb from A Rod, which is insane. Just some of the calls, man, are just like so legendary. I wouldn't do them justice trying to repeat them, but I think one of the biggest thing that I'm gonna miss about John Sterling is his honesty about how the team is doing. John Sterling never bit his tongue, even after he retired. He would say that he doesn't recognize the team that he loves out on the field. They don't seem like they're giving their all. They don't look like the Yankees he knows. He never once said, oh, George wouldn't stand for this. He stood on business and said, I'm not standing for this. I don't like what I'm seeing. I don't like how the team's being managed. I don't like how the team is performing. They're not doing their thing. I don't know. It's just for me. So I remember coming home from school back in the '80s, man, listening to Phil Rizzuto, Scooter Rizzuto, man, in the booth. Scooter Rizzuto was my childhood voice, and then as I matured, became a dad, it was John Sterling. And so John Sterling gave us so much, man, and he will definitely be missed. And I hate to. Michael K told a story about John Sterling's last week of life, and I wish I hadn't heard it, man, because it's not how I want to remember John Sterling going out. He was even at 87, he was such a strong person. He has some pretty young kids too. I know he had twins that recently graduated from college over like the last 3 years or so. And then Michael K told the story about him talking to him, and about how his health declined. He went into the hospital because he was having trouble breathing, and come to find out he had had like multiple heart attacks, like in one day,
Oh,
and he had to have open heart surgery, and they did open heart surgery, and Michael K said, he talked to him and he sounded sprite. He just sounded like himself. He sounded, and he was going through because he was bedridden, he had lost the ability to walk. So he was going through PT to learn, to get his legs back under him. Michael K was telling him, take your time, don't rush. And he said that he had to get back to walking and learn how to walk because he needed to walk his daughter down the aisle this summer for her wedding. And so,
oh,
unfortunately, man, he went home before that could happen. And it's just for such a giant of the sports world, as far as you know the color our color guys, man, our color commentators, man. Like, you don't want to hear that about somebody like John Sterling, man. It's just kind of, it broke my heart, man, because he was such a giant in the booth, man, and to hear that, that he was, kind of broken down to that before he went home is very sad. So, but condolences to his family, man. He had 87. He had a long, beautiful life, and obviously he's not going to be replaced. We'll have some good guys in the booth, but Vince Scully is the GOAT, and if there's a hard second place, to me it'd be John Sterling, man. So there you have it.
Wow.
All right, fellas. I don't think I got anything to add to that. Let's keep it moving.
Yeah, no doubt. Looks like
rest in peace, Ted Turner.
Ah!
Oh, my bad. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Z, you. Dang,
All right, Ted, get him in the ground. We're
my
done.
bad.
Right. I'll keep it
Listen,
moving.
it's a Mets fan here, so like when it comes to Ted Turner, you know what I mean. My bad. All
Well, not
respect.
only the
Yeah,
Mets, but
Z.
the Hawks too. So he had a hand in a lot of your rivals, man.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah, Ted Turner, a giant in the media world, he founded CNN. Uh, Ted Turner,
Boo.
pretty much the reason. Whatever, dude. He's pretty much the reason I am a Braves fan, because if it wasn't for him and TBS, the Braves wouldn't have been on my TV station that night. I was flicking through the channels. I'd probably be a Mets fan or something. So thank you, Ted. Uh, yeah. And fun fact, John Sterling also has Braves ties. Before he was play-by-play guy for the Yankees, he was the voice of the Braves for a
Hmm.
few years, and the Hawks. So
Yep.
Ted Turner and John Sterling were kind of linked. But yeah, Ted Turner, Braves, Hawks, WCW. So for my wrestling fans, Ted Turner. I recently found out that he also is the person behind Captain Planet. Um, so yeah, Ted Turner shaped a lot of my childhood. So
Interesting.
rest in peace, Ted Turner.
Wow.
Man, even more kudos to John Sterling, where he started and then he got a real job. That's what's up.
Yo, hey, yo. Let me just say this
Give
too,
and
man.
take here.
Regardless of what you may think, anybody may think about CNN today, right? If you think about CNN in its infancy, man, and what it was and what it gave us, that it was ingenious. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? It was trend setting. It was groundbreaking. It was amazing. You know, and I mean, it's, if you could put the other stuff, put aside however you may feel about it, man. Ted Turner, man, that dude, he had his hand on a lot of groundbreaking stuff.
Yep.
yep.
Really did. Still should have named the stadium after Hank Aaron, but whatever.
Mm, mm.
You talking about the one for the Olympics?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, they was 755 Hank Aaron Boulevard or
I
something
know,
like that.
man. I know. I'm just messing. Uh,
All right, let's keep moving.
No doubt.
NBA corner. Bro,
Did we
Uh-oh.
lose him?
Look at that freeze, man.
Wow.
Frozen in time.
Let me
Dang.
get a screenshot of this.
He's probably talking right now, and then he's gonna come back in. He's gonna be like, "Yo, you
He's
got
gonna
a
think
freeze?"
he's gonna
Oh,
think
there
it
you
was
go.
us.
What's up,
Oh,
bro?
there he is.
Welcome
Hi,
back.
Chris. Bruh. Can you
You all
hear
right?
us? You
You got
good?
us, Chris?
You just there? Oh my gosh.
Did he
You
freeze
gonna say
again?
anything?
I don't
Oh
know.
no, he's moving.
He can't hear us?
I don't know.
There we go.
There you go.
Oh,
We
you've
in
been
there?
back for like 30 seconds, dude.
Huh?
That
You
was
was
a
just
big
sitting there looking at the screen.
Oh,
Yeah,
you can still see me moving?
yeah, we
right
can
After
now.
see
you
We
you
came
and
can.
back,
everything.
yeah.
Nah, because the whole screen went black, and I'm there like this nonsense again.
Dude,
But
I
Dang.
don't
bruh.
know, man. You got I must have some packet collisions going on over there, man. It's always you every week.
bro, I'll tell you, man. Verizon Files. I don't know. Y'all slacking, man.
Get
We
them.
gotta get sponsored by a better internet company here.
Get them, man.
That's
Let them
wild.
off
Um,
the hook.
that's right, bro. Okay, so hey, let's jump into this. Last week when we were going to come at you, it looked like the Pistons were on the brink of elimination, and they managed to come back and survive those Orlando Magic. Knicks up 105-99. We'll see if they can hang on to that lead to go up 2 games to nothing on the Sixers. But my goodness, the Knicks 3 blowout wins in a row. Looks like there's no way they can make that 4 blowout wins in a row with 2 minutes 30 seconds left. But if they can pull this off, a lot of people have been talking in the sports media landscape, talking about how the Knicks look like true title contenders. We'll see if they can hang on to this before,
See,
before we reserve judgment. But fellas, I mean, what do you think of the NBA playoffs so far? And after seeing early results like the Spurs lose to the Timberwolves, and when Anthony Edwards was just coming back from injury and not even his usual athletic self, made a very foolish turnover late in the game, nearly cost them the win down the stretch there. Luka Doncic getting criticism online from Ric Flair. I don't know. Did you guys see that? Talking about like how the Lakers should trade him because yeah, yeah, because he's not available during the playoffs. They're like, I don't know what you got to do to get into the game, but you need to suit up, and if you don't suit up, I hope they trade you, right? And so the fans are pretty vicious there in LA. But I mean, I'm not 100% sure even if they had Luca, they would stand a chance against the Thunder. But out of the series so far, Pistons beat Cavs in Game One. Which result has been the most surprising to you, fellas? The Knicks absolutely trouncing the competition so far. The Lakers getting that kind of criticism, or the Spurs managing to lose when they were at full health against the Minnesota Timberwolves, who were down. I forget what's the dude's last name. He was on your Bulls. He played amazing in that first round. DeSumo, right? And Anthony Edwards just coming back. Which of those are the most surprising to you fellas? Um, whoever
I'm
wants to jump in first.
I'm actually surprised at the Lakers, and I'm not so much surprised at the Lakers. I'm actually surprised that LeBron is still putting up big numbers. I'm not gonna lie. Like there it looked like towards the beginning of this season that LeBron was on a drastic decline, and like he wasn't going to be the same LeBron that takes over games. And as of right now, I think he's averaging like 20 some points a game, and like he's throwing assists out on the field like he's himself. And so I'm actually surprised without Luca that the Lakers are actually holding on strong.
Thunder and four.
It's
You think they get a sweat, Zeke?
We're talking a different beast now, but like who would have thought that the Lakers would be here in this at this stage right now? I
They went up against the Rockets without KD and who else was missing from that team? So yeah,
Understood.
that'd be
But
Their
surprised.
point guard, Fred Van Vliet.
yeah.
Yeah. So
The
So
Rockets are talking about that they might run that squad back. They feel like they were just Fred Van Vliet away from being able to make some noise.
we'll see.
But does Fred Van Vliet get you from eliminated in the first round against the fourth ranked team to a
No.
chip?
I
nope.
mean, it's not like they were the top seed; they were fifth ranked. So I mean, they were pretty evenly matched. They just lost the series because they were missing some key players.
But
I don't know
Fred,
if
But the
they
Lakers were missing more key players though, Zeke.
Yeah.
I mean, you talking Van Vliet and Durant and who else? I mean, without
Durant actually played for
yeah,
a good portion of that series.
Yeah, he
He
was like
actually played.
3 games.
Yeah, and they were still getting smoked when Durant was on the court. And not for nothing, that's without Austin Reeves for most of that series and without Luca for all of the series. And they got smoked
Exactly.
4-2.
Right.
uh, sure.
So I know a lot of people are saying that damages quite a bit Durant's legacy. I'm not sure. I think his legacy is fine. He's a great scorer. Um, he's never been a winner anywhere he's really gone,
Yeah.
other than if you want to count like the Golden State. But I put that more on Curry and the culture that they built there.
Yeah, the last game, it was LeBron 28 points, Hachimura 21 points, Austin Reeves 15 points, and everybody else was below in single digits. Some didn't even have points, to be honest. So,
Yeah.
like I said, I mean, the Lakers for sure. In my opinion, I didn't expect them to be at this stage. But to Zeke's point, Thunder's taking them out.
I don't think I expected the Sixers to get by the Celtics.
Mm.
Honestly, I think the Knicks probably paid somebody to pull a Tanya Harding on Jason Tatum and take his knee for Game 7 because
You know what's funny, Zeke, is that a lot of people actually thought the Knicks had a better chance against the Celtics than even the Sixers. And so a lot of people were saying that they thought the Sixers were going to win the series because the Knicks were literally built to beat the Sixers. That's why they kind of made those moves they made with, Carl Anthony Towns. And that's why they made the move that they made with um, uh, a number of the moves they made. But obviously getting man, I can't remember his name now. Who's our small forward? Um, Bridges. I'm sorry,
Bridges.
I couldn't remember. I couldn't. Yeah, Bridges.
Mikal Bridges.
Cal Bridges. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, so that's why they went out and got Bridges. So that way they could have two lockdown defenders with OG Anunoby and Bridges to be able to lock up Brown and Tatum, and then force the rest of the team to beat them. And so they really felt that they matched up really, really well with the Boston Celtics, and that's why we beat them last year when they were at full strength last year. They were at full strength, and they had Chris Stapps, and they had uh, 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 I think they had Holiday, so they had a better squad probably last year, and the Knicks took them out and made it look fairly easy. And so I think it would have been an easier matchup for us if we got the Celtics. Crazy to say that. It feels good to say that as a Knicks fan. It feels good to say that. But hey, it looks like the Knicks might pull this one out against the 76ers. 107 or 102. We'll see what happens here.
if they don't stop throwing up these random threes, man, this is dumb. What's going on with these dudes, man? Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, is that podcast P playing? He just shot an air ball too, yo. He
He
should probably go
is. He's
back in
been
the
in it.
studio. That's
Yes,
crazy.
sir. Yes, sir.
You shoot that ball, man. I'm podcast P, baby. You don't
Wait a
know.
second. Now there's no Embiid. What does that mean?
what happened to Embiid?
He
He got
got
hurt again.
injured. Yeah, in the last
You
game.
have to ask.
The Knicks sold their soul to somebody. They got rid of Tatum and Embiid. Shenanigans.
Dang.
What? They played better without Embiid. Look at the score, bro. They played better without him than with him.
Nah, bro. Did you see the numbers Embiid was putting up? That's wild.
Bro, they got mollywop. They lost by like what, 40, 39, 39 points
Understood.
with Embiid on the court. They lost by 39 points. With him off the court, it looks like they're losing by only 5. So they actually played a better game with him not there. So go New York, go.
Crazy.
Yeah,
See,
we'll
Uh,
see. We'll see.
any fear that the Spurs might be second round out?
Nah.
They're a young squad.
Gotta
I'll
win
tell
it.
you that they're a really young squad, inexperienced. Wemby's playing out of this world. He's going to need somebody else to step up there. They got a lot of young talent. Any one of those guys can step up.
I tell you
But the
what,
Timberwolves are some dogs. They playoff tested. They are not going to be an easy team to just sweep off the court, even with DiVincenzo gone.
yeah. But the Spurs bench actually not the bench, but the other starters in Castle and De'Aaron Fox. I mean, those guys when they lost Wemby for 2 games in the last series, they played, and they're not like they're not slouches. They ball. Castle for sure. Like he's been actually really fun to watch. He plays like very gritty, and so I'm I don't know so much that other players need to step up. I think this is the time where they have to get real fancy with how they use Wemby. So I'm agreeing. I don't think the Spurs are out at all. I think that they just were unfortunate in that last game, but um, I'm looking forward to this next round. It's going to be fun to see out of these 8 teams.
Spurs better win tonight. That's all I know. Don't go down 2 games to nothing without home court advantage. Yeah,
Yep. Yep.
they better win tonight. But realistically, like for a lot of teams, this might be a lot of teams' best chance to get a championship this season
Yeah.
because the Oklahoma City Thunder got 2 top 10 draft picks next year.
Yeah.
So they are just gonna get
Better.
better,
Yep.
even better.
Yep.
And then and they already pried. I'm not sure why Philly got rid of Jarrett McCain, their young top draft pick from I think 2 years ago. Let him go to the Oklahoma City Thunder. Once they get that brother, like doing what he does and integrated better into the flow of the team, jeez, they're gonna be tough for years to come. They're gonna be they might be building a dynasty. Someone got to clip them this year, or they're gonna be looking at they're gonna be in the rear view mirror for the whole league.
Yep.
You know what I
Knicks
mean?
close it out, man. Knicks close it out. They're up on a 2-0 lead.
Let's go. Let's go. Oh, New York, baby. Oh, let's go. At least I got one team to be excited about.
There you go.
Colts are trash. Mets are trash. I don't got nothing to be excited about except the New York Knickerbockers. Let's go, baby.
did you see the video? Where was that a recent video where J.R. Smith was outside the arena and they almost killed him?
What?
Bro, yeah, that was after the Knicks game 1 victory. J.R. Smith, for whatever reason, was outside and he got mobbed by the fans. And for
Yeah,
whatever reason, you know how like people in crowds they get rowdy, they get out of control. Somehow they started pushing each other like a mob, and you see J.R. Smith he falls down mosh pit style
yeah, man.
and nearly gets trampled.
Yeah, that was not smart, man. That wasn't a smart move at all.
Yeah, I'm not sure why J.R. Smith was out there, but I mean, if you're gonna be around like right after a Knicks game and you're a Knicks player, bro, like you're the celebrity. You're the people they're paying to see. They're excited about you, bro. Like that could happen.
J.R. Smith
Kidding.
was talking about it on I guess apparently a show or something. He says J.R. Smith talks about Knicks fans mobbing him after the game one win. In quotations, this society is so bad. Everybody just got their phone out. I'm like, yo, pull me up.
That's exactly what was happening, bro.
My gosh, that's wild.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, that's the society we live in, bro.
Got their
Knicks
phones out, ready to see
real
who can
Philly
go
like.
viral.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's jump to the next topic. What we got here?
All right, let's
Yes,
do it.
sir. Real quick one here. NFL
Oh,
corner.
Come
Zeke's
on.
favorite. Zeke's favorite.
NFL draft complete. Um, Rams drafting a quarterback. And the crazy thing is, I know the Steelers got a quarterback, but they didn't draft one in the first round. And now, all the reports are like they play some kind of like tag on Aaron Rodgers,
Was it?
which is yeah, basically that they can match any offer that team may give to Aaron Rodgers. They're desperate for Aaron Rodgers to come back, bro. Like I know he's like a future Hall of Famer, but like, what are you doing? Like you just here's and I'll let you go after this, Josh. But here's my thing with the Pittsburgh Steelers is that you just got rid of a franchise icon in your head coach, Mike Tomlin. Which it was years of mediocrity where you were just good enough to not be a losing team,
Mm.
but you were always mediocre for years and years and years. And so you wanted to be better, but Mike Tomlin wouldn't let you be bad enough to be better because the man was just a coaching genius, a coaching savant. He was not going to let you be a trash team, but you didn't have the talent to be otherworldly, right? We running this thing back with Aaron Rodgers. We're not going to hit the reset button, bro. What are they doing there in Pittsburgh?
Yeah. And I think the quarterback that they drafted was I know where Zeke's going already. I could sense it.
What?
Mike Tomlin, the tinglies are their tinglies are tingling. But the Pittsburgh Steelers drafted that hometown kid from Pitt, I think, right? Was it Pitt?
Uh, I know they got some rookie that really low draft pick. Maybe he can be something, but
Yeah, but like that was
I
like
don't know, bro.
that was like what everybody loved about it because he was homegrown. He's from Pittsburgh. He played locally, and so that's all that was. But like that to me, that was the whole. I couldn't believe that the Steelers didn't try to push and make some sort of uh, draft day trade up to go after one of the top QB prospects. There was only a few in this year's draft, but I'm like something because of the Aaron Rodgers drama. But yeah, I'm curious to hear what Zeke has to say.
Oh, Chris was calling for a reset. I mean, you get rid of Mike Tomlin, you bring in Mike McCarthy, you bring back Aaron Rodgers. 3-14. There you go.
That
I,
hey,
I'm just
you
saying.
might you might be onto something, but I mean, it just felt like the kind of year, Zeke, where you throw a rookie quarterback in there and let him struggle, let him try to figure it out, let him go through the bumps and bruises of the NFL season. This felt like that's what this season was because you don't have the requisite talent to compete in the AFC North. You don't. Why
So
why why are they trying to run it back with this dude? Is my thing.
forgive me because I really didn't pay attention to the draft. Who was available when they came up to pick? Like, which were there any top rookie quarterbacks worthy of their pick when they were in the first or second round?
Um, I mean, the pick that they needed to get was the one that the Rams got, and
Yep.
the Steelers needed to jump up to draft. They didn't, and then they just proceeded to mope. It felt like the rest of the draft, where they just didn't
So is this
They had no
situation where
direction.
they really weren't expecting the Rams to take the guy, and the Rams was like, JK, we're taking him. Because I mean, I
Pretty
don't think
much.
anybody was expecting the Rams to draft a quarterback. Stafford just won an MVP.
Yeah,
So
but he's getting older for sure too. The Steelers had pick 21, and the Rams. When did they draft him? At let's see, at pick 13. So they had to come up to get
they had to go.
Simpson, Ty Simpson. So I mean,
Did the Rams reach? Like, was this dude a top 15 pick?
you know, from everybody was so stuck on um, Mendoza, like laser focused on Mendoza being the first pick. And then there
Yeah.
were just like a handful of QB prospects um, out there. And so I think it was more surprising that they went so early on a quarterback, like you said, when they have Matt Stafford. And so I wouldn't say that he's like not worthy of a top 15 pick. I would just say it was surprising that the Rams, with their other needs, go for a QB at that pick when they have a Matt Stafford, like you said, who was MVP last year. And so,
They were probably waiting to negotiate with somebody else to jump up. I mean, 8 spots is a lot. You're gonna
yeah,
have to give up. You're gonna have to give up a decent bit
well,
of like capital to get 8 spots up.
all I can tell you is at pick 21, the Steelers selected the offensive tackle. I can't even say his name. Ahina Core, I don't know, from Arizona State. But the Eagles stole that pick from them because they had Makai Lemon
I
on the
remember that.
phone, and
I saw that.
The Eagles traded up with the Cowboys to get Makai Lemon, and they
With the
literally,
Cowboys of all teams. What the heck?
bro, the story's crazy. If you haven't seen it,
Yeah.
It's crazy. It is.
He's
It's
on the
crazy.
phone with the
Watch it.
Steelers. He's like,
he's
hold on, I
on
got
the phone
another
with the
call.
Steelers. He goes, "Why is Philly calling?" And he's
Yep.
literally drafted while he's on the phone with the Steelers. I'm
That's
like,
crazy.
"Whoa."
I'm
Wow.
gonna tell you this, man. Let me back up to the Steelers real quick.
Yep.
The Steelers deserve everything that they're getting right now.
Mm.
They deserve Mike McCarthy in a 3-13 season coming in. All right. They deserve Aaron Rodgers, who is broke up and overhyped at this point in his career. Now, we're talking about, what quarterbacks were available when they drafted. They had a young quarterback in Justin Fields. Okay. And regardless of what, he's a young quarterback and he balled when he was in Chicago, right? I have no idea why teams aren't showing patience with this kid. I don't, because he's a baller, man. You know what I mean? He keeps getting put in these positions where there's nobody there to mentor him, and they're just shuffling him around like he's just some rent a QB, man. The kid he's a good quarterback. He just needs some mentoring. So they had a quarterback and they let him go. They let him go because they're like, oh, Aaron Rodgers is coming here. He's no Josh Fields. He ain't no Josh Donaldson. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yes.
that
Justin
type.
Fields.
Justin
Justin
Fields.
Fields. He
Yep.
ain't no Josh Donaldson. It's that type of energy, and I don't understand that, man. That's a baseball reference for you, for y'all.
Okay.
You
Okay.
feel me though, right, Zeke? He's no Josh Donaldson. I don't understand it, man. Like, why are they dissing Fields like this? And where is he now?
He's with the Jets and he played terrible last season. He left the Steelers, signed a big contract with the Jets, and the Jets gave him every opportunity to take control and look like a professional starting quarterback, and he looked awful last
Yeah,
year.
but what
He
kind
looked
of production?
absolute
Didn't Woody come
trash.
out and say didn't Woody come out and say it's hard to win games when your quarterback sucks? I mean, he didn't
Pretty
necessarily say
much.
those words, but that's what he was insinuating.
Yeah, but how do you do that to a young quarterback, man? How can you
But
say,
he's losing time where it's hard to call him a young quarterback anymore. He's been in the league now. It's
for
like,
how
bro,
long?
start. I think he's been in the league for what, 4 or 5 seasons, Josh?
Yeah,
I think
May
he's been in
in that
four
I,
way.
I
seasons.
think I
He's
think
on
it's five,
Yeah,
right?
Damn.
Because your rookie contract goes at least four, and then on the fifth year you get franchise tag. So it might even be 6 years now.
I don't
When
think so.
I
Let me
think it's
see.
because the rookie contract goes 5 years,
yeah. He's
right?
been in the league right here. 2021.
Yeah, 4, 5.
5
Okay,
years.
so
This will be his
Five
sixth.
going on six. Yeah.
Well,
So
his
he's
sixth
he's
year is
he's a young player. He's not like some rookie like, oh, okay, we
so
still got to mold
so
him.
let me
It's
ask you
time to
this.
be a quarterback.
Let me ask you this. When did our Colts Peyton Manning stop being a turnover machine? At what point in his career?
Year two, three.
I don't know. Two
I
or
mean, the first
three.
year it was atrocious, but you could see like even when he threw a lot of interceptions, he was more like a Jameis Winston, where he threw a lot of interceptions, but he threw a lot of touchdowns too.
No risky
That's not the
business.
case. Yeah, that was never the case with Justin Fields. I would say if he at least showed that promise like a Jameis Winston, where bro he gonna have 30 interceptions, but he'll get you 30 touchdowns. Justin Fields at the end of last season with the New York Jets looked like he was afraid to throw the ball. He didn't want to throw the ball. He would have people wide open and not throw the ball. Believe me, I had Garrett Wilson on multiple fantasy squads, and I'm watching the Jets games thinking like, bro, he's open. Get him the ball. There's small windows in the NFL, and you can't hit those windows. He couldn't hit it. So he would hold it, hold it, hold it, get sacked. Hold it, hold it, hold it, get sacked. Now, you can blame the New York Jets franchise, but this is now three franchises that we have those same results with. And so it's time to like, bro, it's time to grow up, bro. It's time to grow up. Why did you leave and Caleb Williams come right in and look way better than you did?
Well, I
Don't
mean,
worry about Justin Fields. He's all right now. He's in Kansas City. He'll be
Yep.
just
Andy
fine
Reid is
until
going to
Mahomes
turn
get
that
back.
man into a
thank
MVP
you,
candidate.
thank you, man. I'm like,
Doubt it.
at what point did he have the leadership? Is what I'm saying, man. It's like and what Justin Fields wasn't a number one pick. What do
No, he
you
wasn't.
what do you you know what I'm saying? So it's like for us to put the same expectations on him as Caleb Williams, Peyton Manning was the number one pick. Freaking, come on, man. Like Caleb Williams, number one pick. Justin Fields is the number one pick. And the dude has just been tossed around. And then we're saying, well, he was last year, he was acting like he was afraid to throw the ball. He played for the Jets, man.
I'd be afraid to throw the ball too.
He was the
I'd be
11th
afraid to
pick
get
in the
on the
draft.
plane, bro.
He was the 11th pick in the draft yet that year, though.
Bro,
He
but
was.
he was afraid to throw the ball many times when he was with the Chicago Bears as well, which is why they kept benching him there. And he got talented receivers. He had DJ Moore in Chicago, DK Metcalf with the Steelers, Garrett Wilson with the Jets. These guys feed him the ball. You can't feed him the ball. Well,
And
why?
and he led Ohio State to two back-to-back years to the playoffs.
Great with NIL. Have him go
Depends.
back to college, man. Dude's a scrub.
Yo, man.
Justin Fields is a straight scrub, bro.
All I'm saying, man, I don't think the kid is a scrub, but what I'm saying is we're talking about having young quarterbacks, you know what I'm saying? And they gave up a young quarterback for the great hope is all I'll say, you know?
Yeah.
So
But in other NFL news, man, Deshaun Watson might be the starting quarterback for the Cleveland Browns, is the talk out of Cleveland. How crazy is that, bro?
it's the NFL, man. What else do you
They're
expect?
paying that man
I
so much
can't
money.
believe I
Got
can't
to
believe they're stuck with the contract. That's crazy.
Yeah. He's
Like they've been
got to
paying
play
this
though.
dude to sit at home for years.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, like, not for any wrong, like, I shouldn't say bad reasons. Like, literally, legit reasons. The dude, what did he tear his ACL?
Yeah, he's been hurt. He's been hurt, but I mean,
It's not like he
if it
could
wasn't
play.
for that, wasn't he suspended before he got hurt?
Yeah, but he was suspended when he was with Houston, and then the Browns picked up his contract.
Oh, so this is a you get what you deserve type of situation, like what Detroit is dealing with Framber Valdez. Gotcha.
Yeah, I guess.
And Josh was like, okay, cool.
Yep.
How did this get back to baseball, Zeke? I don't know.
I don't know either, but
They
okay, it is. We talked about him, shed some light on him. But listen, before we leave from the NFL, all I gotta say is the Cowboys got a dog in Caleb Downs and the cornerback, and not for nothing, he had by far the best theme song into the draft entrance room when he walked the stage after he was picked. My man had a worship song playing for the entire Pittsburgh area to hear while he was drafted and walked out on stage. Dope. Dope. So that's the only good thing I'll say about the Cowboys all year.
Dang.
go.
I know that hurt.
Hallelujah.
I know that hurt.
It did. It did. But still won't help you guys.
Yo, why is everybody hating on Lemon, man?
It's just because of his, kind of his, again, his gritty attitude, like the way that he held himself. Even for me, I was like the way that he was answering his questions during his draft day, or not draft day, pro day. Stuff like his movements and stuff is like, come on, man. I know you gotta, you're a smaller frame guy. You gotta show that you're tough. You gotta show that you're not, you're just gonna be pushed around, and appearance is a lot of things, but you don't have to do all the crazy stuff, and just that's all. That's all. But listen,
That
I'm
bother people, man. That's what blow my mind, man. Is that actually bother people, man?
yeah,
Wait, you're surprised that bother people though?
yeah.
Nah, I'm not, man. And that's the
Okay.
sad part, bro. It's like, you know, this kid, man. These kids are coming. They watching the dogs like Prime. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Prime, man. Prime. I can't remember what team. It was the Giants, man. The
They brought
Giants
him
tried
in
to
for an interview.
they told Prime, man, listen, we got a test we want you to take. And Prime said, what pick of y'all? They's like 10. He said, man, I'm gonna be
I'm
gone.
gonna
I'm
be
not taking
long gone
I ain't
before
gonna
then.
be long gone before that. I'm not taking no
Walk
test.
clean out the room.
Walk out of the interview, man.
That's hilarious.
Okay. So these kids come from the school, they watch Prime, man, and they like, Prime is he's a real thing nowadays, being out at Colorado. So he front and center, man, and they learning from the school of Prime, man, how to sell themselves. They want to set themselves up as a brand. I don't know, man. I think I've watched a lot of interviews and a lot of just kind of stories on this kid, and I'm gonna tell you something, man. I'm gonna tell you something. When Brian Dawkins gets around this kid, you could forget it.
Hmm.
You think the swag is where it's at right now. You wait until Brian Dawkins gets a hold of this kid, man. I'm trying to tell you. I don't know, man. I'm like, I'm a Colts fan, man. I'm not a Philly fan, but I just think I think that kid's gonna be something special. I really do, man. It's just something about him. Just watching his story and his relationship with his older sister and stuff like that, and the stuff she was saying about him and how they grew up and whatnot, and how much how she was his protector and how she looked out for him, and there's a lot there. I would recommend people kind of look at this kid's story, man, before it may have been a bit much, but I've seen a lot worse.
Hmm.
I've seen a lot worse, bro.
Yeah, no, I was that to me obviously kind of put the icing on the cake. I'm expecting AJ to be gone, after. I was actually, I'm surprised it's taken so long, but all the talk is June 1. I'll believe it when I see it, but it's like that just for them to trade up and to trade up with the Cowboys and to take Makai Lemon, who everybody was like, oh, he's like third, fourth best wide receiver in the draft class until his pro day numbers like showed his athleticism. I mean, he graded out like better than any other wide receiver prospect in the league. So, I mean, I'm excited to see what he does, but we'll see. We'll see where
I
it
was
goes.
watching this. I was watching his college tape, man, and he reminded me a lot like how Antonio Brown just kind of used to throw his body around to catch the ball,
Yeah.
man. Like he reminded me of. I'm not saying he's Antonio Brown. I'm just saying like the
No,
reckless abandon, man. It was like
no
there's the ball,
regard for
go
his
get
body.
it.
Yes.
You
Yep.
know, I
And
was
very small windows, bro. He's a go up there, grab it
yeah,
in the
man.
small window with
I was
tight
shocked
coverage.
by that, man.
Pretty dope. We'll
Yeah,
see. We'll see what happens if it translates.
yeah. What were you gonna say, Zeke?
Oh, you're muted.
He muted. He
My
don't want
bad.
us to hear the MLB the show music.
No, I had some coughing in the background. I was trying to save the
Oh,
motherfucker.
okay. It's all good,
But
man.
I was looking at Lucito's comments. I don't know, bro. I can agree with some of what you said, but you ain't
Did
even got to
you
put
put
those
him
up,
up?
Josh. Don't even put it up.
I'm
Just
putting it up. I'm putting it up.
Okay.
He said half of
look.
that. Half of that.
Listen, if I gotta sacrifice the Braves winning the World Series for that statement to be totally untrue, I'll do that.
That's
Wow.
I'm
crazy,
good.
man.
The hate is that real?
That is
I'm
so
good.
funny.
Wow.
The hate
If the
is
Bills
crazy.
if the Bills never win a Super Bowl in my lifetime, it'll be too soon.
That is too funny.
All right.
Well,
That's
listen,
wow.
let's rock through this because unfortunately I left my charger at the church for my laptop and I'm close
Oh
to it.
boy,
Oh, we up on it then. Okay.
Yeah.
Josh about
Let's
to have a
go.
peace moment.
Yeah, I'm gonna be the next Peasy. I'm gonna cut out
All right, cool.
in the wild
So
card.
wild card, let me jump it off real quick.
Yes, sir.
So
Let's do it.
the Braves, Lord, man. We
Whoa,
talking about the Braves.
Sabres.
Sabres, man. The Sabres in the playoffs made it through the first round. They beat Boston, man. Took that. What did they take that? Four games, two. I think that
Yep.
was 4 games
Yep.
and two.
Yep.
And do we have a graphic up there real quick that we could throw up?
Yes, sir. Did it just go away?
I don't know.
Here you go. It's up. I think.
Nah, I don't see it. But it doesn't matter. It
Here,
doesn't matter.
we got to do this.
There we
That's
go. All right, yes, there we go.
yeah.
Buffalo, right here, man. 4 games and two over the Bruins, and remarkably, they won 3 games in Boston, which is crazy to me. But again, they are on to the second round, which is dope.
we
While
got
my
to
Rangers
update
sit
that
at
they
home
won tonight.
watching, huh?
I said we got to update that they won tonight.
Yep.
Yeah, they did 4-2, and which is amazing. It was a great game too. Yo, game there was goal of the year by one of the Canadians in that game. Man, this dude was sliding past the net. He had shot the puck and it bounced off the goalie. He reaches back as he's sliding past the net and hits it with his stick, and it goes up and over the goalie's glove. If you guys get a chance to watch it, I don't have the video, but it's insane. It's got to be the goal of the playoffs. I think Jack Hughes is the goal of the year with the Olympics
Yeah,
victory, but this goal, man, is definitely the goal of the playoffs. It's crazy. Shout out to Sabres fan, my man Chris from work right there. Yes, the Sabres are on the roll. My man Chris got to go to Boston the Sunday that I left to go on the cruise. He got to go to Boston and see the Sabres play and win there. So that was really cool for him. So big win tonight for the Sabres, 4-2 over Montreal. So let's see if they can keep that going. And Josh, I'll let you go last, man, so you can jump on your topic. I just wanted to touch on this real quick. So I saw a video while I was on the cruise. I saw a video pop up about Toronto Blue Jays pitcher Trey Savage. I was rooting heavy for this kid in the World Series, and I'm really not feeling like I want to root for this kid anymore, man.
Mm.
Because the story came out that Trey Savage admitted that when fans send cards into him for him to autograph and send back to them, he actually keeps the cards. He does not autograph the cards and send them back. And he said, feel any way you want to feel about it. I don't autograph them. I keep them. I give them to my friends and my family and stuff. And he's laughing and stuff, bro. I'm gonna tell you, man. That is, if you don't want to autograph them, that's fine, bro. But typically, when people put a card in the mail and send it to a player, they send it with a self-addressed stamped envelope for the thing to get sent back to them. Have your publicist, have you somebody, man, send the cards back to people, man. Don't be a jerk, man. Don't be the jerk that you're being by keeping people's cars. Now granted, these are probably 50, 60-year-old men who are like showing up at Target every day to scalp boxes of of tops MLB and tops MLB and NBA cards and Pokemon cards, and I get it. But the move, like, you don't have enough time in the league, man, to trying to be big dogging like you are, right? You
Right.
literally just showed up to the show at the end of the year last year. You not that dude. You're not Nolan Ryan. You're not John Rocker. You're not you're not Josh Beckett. You're not the bad boy. You're not the MLB bad boy. So please stop trying to act like you are, right? You already missing time, for hangnails and stuff like that. So please stop trying to act like you're that dude. It's because it's driving me crazy. So Trey
He's just
Savage,
living
I'm
up to
not
his
really
last name,
rocking
man.
with you, huh?
He's just living up to his last name, Savage.
Yeah, man. Listen. I understand the whole logic, man. You probably think that the 7-year-old Tommy is really 50-year-old Bubba, and that's looking for your autograph to flip, and I get that. But
Yeah,
going on a podcast and bragging about keeping people's cars and stuff like that, that's not the move, man. That's not a flex. It's really
at
not.
all.
So that's all I got on that, man.
That's crazy.
All right, I know Josh, you're on limited time. Let's keep moving.
Yeah, no doubt. So I could see I'm like delayed here a little bit.
You good?
Um, okay. But yeah, I came across this in a feed, and it just kind of took me by surprise, and so here it is right here. Christian school banned from sporting events for refusing to compete against trans athletes, awarded $566,000 settlement. And so really what this story is about is Virginia, let me get the name, or Vermont, sorry, Vermont Christian School, um, uh, 2 years ago, decided to not play against another school in their league, in their sections, and because the one of the students was a transgender student, and so they refused, and they were actually reprimanded by the Vermont um, Board of Education or State Board of Education. They were barred from not only their school to play basketball in the state, but also any other um, extracurricular um, competitions like spelling bee. What else did
It's
they
crazy.
say? There was a couple other academic teams, spelling bee mathletes. In order to compete, they had to travel out of state to compete against other schools. And so after a couple of the parents from the girls basketball team for Vermont Christian School took this to into the legal system. 2 years later, they ended up being awarded 566K in fines and legal fees and retribution. And so for me, I saw this as a win, just because usually you hear it on the other side, right? It's usually um, the support is for the athlete, and them getting pushback and not being able to compete, or getting backlash, and constant DEI initiatives enabling their lifestyles. But this for me was a win for individuals who, I think, stood on business regardless of what we feel or what we think about it. I love seeing that the legal system backed a Christian organization, um, and really gave them their kudos in a sense, with awarding them the legal fees and the retribution back to their lost time in tournaments. And so, I'm just curious, what do you guys think about this? Do you think that this might be a case where maybe some of the tides turn, um, and maybe we'll start seeing more level playing field once again when it comes to boys and girls sports in general?
Yeah. I think the tide is already turned. When President Trump got in office, one of the first things that he did was he linked up with Riley Gaines, the famous swimmer who was defeated by a transgender athlete that was ranked really really low on the men's side, and
Mhm.
switched over and managed to win on the women's side. And so she became the voice of that whole movement. And when Trump was elected into office, he passed a bill, banning this kind of, craziness. And I think a lot of people, rightly rejoice. I think it's crazy that the start of that article says Christian school banned. So they banned this whole school. They penalized all those kids in the entire school just so they can support the delusion, unfortunately, of one athlete.
Yep. The spelling bee, bro. How do you ban a spelling bee team, man? What did
And
they do to you?
mathletics.
What
Right.
did the spelling bee team do to you, man?
Can you imagine if you went to that school, how mad you would be? You want to play um, baseball, you want to play basketball, whatever sport you want to play. Your whole school's banned, so that way they can pretend that dude is a girl.
Bro, you mad at
Excuse
cats
me,
that spell 25 letter words? Are you serious?
bro.
Right. Right.
Get
That's
out of
insane to
here,
me,
man. That's so dumb. Yo, let me tell you something, man. This is my thoughts on it, okay? You bring your kid in, your kid wants to sign up for a sport. I don't care what grade they're in, right? You come in, you bring both of the parents. If it's a single family home, you bring one parent, right? And then
Mhm.
you go to the administration office, and you know what you have in your hand? You have your birth certificate in your hand, right?
Right.
All right. What does it say you were born as? Oh, you're a male, you're playing male sports. It says you're female, you're playing female sports. It's that simple. Period. And I got all my grandkids are starting to play sports now. My granddaughter is 10 years old. I don't want to see a little boy out there in a cheerleading outfit with my granddaughter. That's just my personal thought, bro.
well,
Now,
there is male cheerleaders
you
though.
mad if you
Clearly.
listen? No, I understand that. What I'm
Yeah.
saying is, I
In the
get
Not out
that.
there,
tutu.
not the ones with the pom poms. That's what he's saying.
That's what
He
I'm
don't want
saying,
them in
bro.
the
I don't
pom
want to.
poms and
I
the
don't want to
skirts.
see them in
No
the
pom
skirt with the
poms and
pom pom
skirts.
jumping around.
You want to be out
There is now, bro.
holding up the base of the pyramid? That's one thing.
That's
Pom
right.
poms and skirts doing the kicks like the Rockettes? Nah, fam.
Because, bro, let me tell you,
Got you.
I played baseball for 1 year in college. Couldn't hit the slider, and I was like, I'm not standing out in 98-degree weather trying to hit a slider, and failing miserably. I'm not doing it. Um, and I saw how hard the band practice field was near our baseball diamond. It was near our baseball stadium, and I saw how hard the tumbling team and the cheer team. I saw how hard they worked. I saw the male cheer participants, athletes. I saw how hard they worked with the female athletes. You know, the tumbling and doing the pyramid, doing all of the stacking and stuff. They work hard. I'm not trying to. I'm not. There's no disrespect to them,
Right.
but you guys know what I'm talking about, man. Because it's starting to get. It's really starting to get outlandish out here. It really is. It's disgusting. It really is. It needs to stop.
Big win.
Well said. Well said. All right. Did you want to do that last thing that I posted in the chat, fellas?
Let's do it next week.
Let's save that one
I'm
for
running
next week.
low. Yeah.
All right, I got you. All
Josh
right.
fading out,
Yeah, let's
man.
see especially if it
All
becomes
right.
official. If it becomes
I think
official,
he did.
no
I
problem.
think he just. Oh, he's still there. He froze for a second.
Oh,
All right,
he
we
There
got
he
there,
it.
is.
man.
Uh-oh.
He fading away like post snap Spider-Man.
Remember Max? Y'all
Bro,
remember
I
Max
don't,
Headroom from back in the day?
Yeah. Let's
He
get him
doing.
out of here. Oh, I think we lost him.
yeah,
He was playing
he's
around,
freezing.
man.
Nah, he's really freezing. I think. I don't
Let's
think
get
he's
him out of
playing.
here.
All right, well let's get him out of here. Fellas, great show. Everybody in the chat, we appreciate you joining us. And we thank you for all your support over all episodes that we have. Somehow we just went backwards in episodes.
Oh, I saw that.
Somehow we went backwards in time too. We got the wrong tagline at the bottom. Maybe Josh is really glitching out here.
I saw Anthony
Nah, we
Edwards
hit the wrong. We hit
traded.
the wrong panel this.
Oh, okay, I got you. All right, well, same bat channel, same bat station. We'll see you guys next week. Have a good one.
Peace, fellas. Peace, everybody.